Good morning again. We are going to continue our lesson in 3.7, graphing logarithmic functions. So, what are the properties of exponential functions? Okay, let f of x is equal to log x base b, where our base or our b should be greater than 1 and should not be equal to 0. So here are the following properties of exponential function. Our domain is the set of all positive numbers. Our range is the set of real numbers. If we have noticed, when our b is greater than 1, let's look at closely with our b. The b is positive 2 here, is greater than 1. Okay, we can see that our domain, the value of x, are all positive. Okay, while our range, the y values, are all real numbers. Okay, so let's go back to the properties. Next, if b is greater than 1, then the function is increasing. Okay, if b is greater than 0 but lesser than 1, then the function is decreasing. Let's try to look at the example. As we can see, if b is greater than 1, as we all know that log base 2 x, the 2 here is greater than 1, therefore our graph is increasing. While when the b is greater than 0 but not greater than 1, okay, so b is greater than 0 but not greater than 1, therefore the graph is decreasing. Let's continue. The graph passes through the point 1 and 0, since logarithmic 1 base b is equal to 0. Okay, there is no y-intercept, only x-intercept at 1. Let's try to look at if there are intercepts. Yes, there is. So it passes through an intercept. X is equal to 1. Look at it. X is equal to 1. Okay, next. The graph is asymptotic to the y-axis. Okay, it is the vertical asymptotes. There is no horizontal asymptotes. So let's try to look again if it's asymptotic to, or its asymptotes is the y-axis. Yes, it's true. It is going closer to y but does not touch as y. This graph is also approaches to but did not touch y. So the graph of these functions are asymptotic to y-axis. Okay, let's also try to remember that 3 points where the graph of exponential function f of x is equal to b to the x passes 0, 1, and then 1b, and then negative 1 and 1/2 and 1 over b. So we know that exponential function is the inverse of logarithmic function. Therefore, the logarithmic function f of x is equal to log x base b passes to, look at this one, it's only the inverse of the points. So instead of 0, 1, we have 1, 0. Instead of 1b, we have b1. Instead of negative 1 and 1 over b, we have 1 over b and negative 1. So the points are just inverse. Note, we simply interchange the coordinates in the exponential function.